Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the final match of Season 27, Week 2. Last round was a win. Most of this breakdown was in the last video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail of the last match here, but I am going to show it for those who didn't make it towards the end. The misplay on JMK ends up costing me the match. Had I played it right, probably could have full cleared, and my defense would have held for the win, regardless of how efficiently I played it. My squad defense only got a hold in the front territory with Newt, and my negotiator ends up holding. His fleet defense was pretty strong, where he had Executor and Malevolence, or Executor and Negotiator on defense, which left Malevolence as his only counter, really capable of handling the Negotiator. Today we got a tough matchup, not as tough as last round, but still a good opponent. However, he plays the way he plays, his defense is fairly weak, his offense is probably too strong. Here's the look at the top portion of his roster. Those are his top characters. You see a decent amount of Relic 7s. Let's order this by speed, just to give a general idea of what we have to work with. His Commander Ahsoka's, I think, at 305. So you can see he's not as fast overall as my last opponent. Yeah, 305 on Commander Ahsoka. You can see he's fairly shallow on those 300 plus speed characters. Looking at the Hotbot, Guild is slightly larger than mine. Lifetime Banners is lower than the opponent last round. Last round was like 900k. 760k is a player who is good, wins more than they lose. This is an irrelevant stat now, but I use it as a serious metric. Zetas are within range of mine. 24 more relics, which, like, I'm not absurdly low, but I'm very low on relics. Generally, I am 99% of the time the player in my bracket with the least amount of relics. And it's something I'm slowly working on. But it's the trade-off is this Gear 11 plus number. I have way more than my opponents, and generally I have a lot more weapons than my opponents. 6-dot mods, you can see he has a slight advantage, but I have the advantage on counts, but not by as much as, no, by a pretty fair amount, just not on the 10 plus. Decent distribution on those relics, nothing too scary. With his speeds, he's got all good GLs. And what I'm noticing is players who have 3 or more in Kyber 2, generally the ones they don't have are Ray and SLKR. I'm not seeing a lot of like JML SLKR Ray players or JMK SLKR Ray players in Kyber 2. With the other characters, no Star Killer. My opponent last round did have a Star Killer, but no JKL. That was interesting. He's got a speed advantage on most of these characters. This guy, though, usable Maul, but not Relict. Does have a Relict Echo, though, and a good Executor. And from his Grand Arena history, that invited me to make a large number of changes on my defensive strategy. So I made my defense way stronger than I have in the past, 5 matches? And because of how weak I'm expecting his defense to be. So hopefully that proves out, otherwise I could be in trouble. This is mainly teams that you've seen, but different order, at least for this territory. So I changed up the type of Night Sister squad that have been on defense and just consolidated the best ones into a single team instead of separating them out into two. Mon Mothma and Bam have always been there. Bam, I think in 3v3, even in 5v5, not a great defensive option, but it's more filler. Finn and the Resistance heroes, they haven't been doing as much work as they did the last time we had 3v3. Maybe I need to gear 12 them. Then we have Bossk has moved into this territory. This is really a weaker territory. So this is where I move characters. I'm not expecting to get holds, but I want to have to still build out a strong territory. So this is stronger than it was the past several matches, but still not all that good. Bottom territory, I think this is the same as last round, but not fundamentally different. So we got my Palp here, Qui-Gon, Darth Revan, Newt, Celestia. That remains unchanged. I was working on making this territory much stronger to force more difficult decisions, and now my back territory is quite a bit different. What we have back here are two teams that we haven't used. Today's been a heavy motorcycle traffic today, so from time to time, unless I can catch it in advance, we might get some surprises. But we have Starkiller. This team has had some good results in the SWGOH data. I assume it's going to need relics. We used it on offense last round. It was pretty decent. Tuskens, they didn't do anything last round, but I need more data, and use is out of it, but I kind of like using them on offense. Iden has been whatever for me in 3v3. This Dash team really forced me to do some work in round 1 of this week. And then this Grievous team is just really more to pull a Wampa. So those two teams being the surprises, Dash and Starkiller. What I've got to deal with today, I'm going to be mindful of the cat laying down on the USB cords right now, because I might lose the audio, which I didn't notice last video. So we have this Palp team, which we need to be careful with, but I think there's worse versions. Sidious here, that's kind of nonsense. Darth Talon is going to make it a little bit more of a problem, but it's kind of nonsense. Mon Mothma here is fine. Poggle. And then this Qira team is whatever. Oh, I did make one change to my front territory. I took Malak off of the Darth Revan squad so that I could use Malak on offense. Lower territory here, Qui-Gon and Bossk, an Iden team, Bam, and Ewoks. I think I'm going to use Nest up against the Poggle team. So Ewoks will use something else up against. Nest is way too powerful of a weapon for Ewoks these days, but there is the Ami on Chirpa, so we do want to respect that. Nest can handle Chirpa Ami, no problem, but it's still not that great, where I think it's probably worth it to try something else there. Now, how do I want to approach this? You know what I want to do? This is probably a bad decision. I want to try gas again, but with different clones. Because the issue with Rex and 5s is there's no dispel. I don't think I'm going to need Shaak Ti. I can use Rex and 5s elsewhere. I wonder if maybe Ahsoka is better. Because I'm not going to use Ahsoka elsewhere I don't expect. But then why arc? Unless I do echo. Kind of neuters echo too. The other option is JKR, but they might be good elsewhere. I'm expecting to win, but I don't know if I should be taking chances. I think we just do it with arc. Because the issue with Rex and 5s is you get stuck behind the taunt on Cam, and that messes up being able to take out Anakin. I'm gonna do this. Because when this worked for me last time, we were going up against Mace. And that might just be an easier version of this. It's still not like a high banner result or anything. Alright. I'm going to use basic. Hopefully this works. That's bad. That's okay. Yeah, I think when I took out Qui-Gon, had I used the armor shred instead of the AoE that way, no, the foresight still would have come up. It wouldn't have made a difference. Maybe using basic would have been. No, that wouldn't have helped either. All right, it did what I wanted it to do. I have like a whisper of a plan today. Do I have a plan for Iden? We can either do Traya. Let's do Traya. Then we don't have to worry about the stuns or anything. Stark is a little bit of a concern, but I don't think we got too much to worry about here. Alright. Increase those cooldowns. Alright. I need my taunt. Good. Already held by hatred, which is great. Yeah, we'll probably annihilate Stark, so let's work on shore. Get rid of the buffs on Stark so he does a little less damage. Enough for now. Just show revive. Unless the isolate will stop the revive. But we're not going to find out. Alright, there we go. Let's move on. So that takes care of Iden. Where's Iden? Was Iden not on the list? Did he change his defense? Iden wasn't part of my plan. That's a change. isn't this working? Alright. Ewoks. How do I want to handle you? I would like to do some testing, some other things. Bam. Is that a great bam? Alright, let's do Bossk. I have to handle this differently. Because normally I would use like Han and Chewie, and I don't have them right now. Maybe we do my Vader thing here. But I don't have a pre-taunt just in case. Throwing Savage for a body just in case. Hopefully Talon gets us out ahead in speed. But I think Zam will beat us. No, we get out ahead. Perfect. Perfect. Let's chuck this. I want like a debuff on Savage's basic. I want him to be better. Last round where I brought in like a bunch of weird Jedi. It was like Old Ben Lead, Shaak Ti, and somebody I can't remember up against a Darth Maul team with a Zeta Savage. And for a moment, I was scared that I brought in a team that couldn't beat Savage. It didn't end up being a problem. But it wasn't out of the realm of possibility. I want that Zeta to be the annoyance that it was when I started playing this game. Doesn't need to be like Shaak Ti level, but just decent. Oh, let's just take him out. I need to look up what that basic even does. Don't die on me. If I only landed one dot, I'm gonna chuck it. I think with Vader lead, it was going to come back regardless, so it's not like I was losing the dot. Alright. Because what that does is it saves my Maul. Okay. Bam here. Bossk was on the... Did I break this pen? I'm just going through my notes. Right, Bam here. I don't know. This team will be an annoyance, but not really a problem. JTR is an option, although I'm expecting crew, and that's what I was going to use JTR. Or how I was going to use JTR. Alright, I think I got a plan. Shaak Ti. Works fine. Okay. Basic. Dispel. Let's dispel. Oh, come on, man. Let's turn meter. Dispel. Okay. I want to get to work on BAM. Should have saved the mass assist. I kind of need the Rexolate. Let's work on Quill. Fine. All right. Is that enough? Perfect. All right, we're good. Let's just auto from here. I wonder if that becomes like my go-to. There's not like other great options. Oh, Shaak Ewoks here. All right, up top we had what? We had that Qira team. We could like Malak solo that Qira team. Palp, I don't know. Sidious, I'm undecided. Sidious isn't on this list either. Palp is on the list. Mon Mothma is on the list. Poggle is on the list. Maybe he did Sidious instead of Darth Maul. There's a couple changes to his strategy, which is probably a good move on his part. Ewoks here. What I'm expecting on the back wall is some combination of Shaak Ti, HK-47, Jango, Hux, Old Republic. They're like easy stuff. He's saving everything for offense. Wait a second. What if I did Jango? What does Omicron even do again? Okay, speed, damage, increased chance to assist. Speed's more the annoyance. I don't want to take something too weak. Let me remind myself of the teams I want to test. We want to test out Fennec. We want to test out Inquisitors. What else have I been doing lately? What else is... Oh, Sortie. We want to test out Sortie. I like Sortie. I gotta work on mods, because I'm not getting the right turn order right now, but... There's a lot to like. Alright. I don't think this is what I want to do. What if I do Bad Batch? This might be a bad idea. How fast are you guys? $180, so 210. What? That's slow. Do you not have any? Plus 16. Okay, my Bad Batch are gonna crush these guys. They're way too slow. Give me some stuns. Perfect. Oh, the Papu's probably gonna taunt and be annoying. This is just a heal. Heal and translation. Let's throw it on. One down. Let's get the engine. You should never do this on the ground. Alright. That saves us Nest for something more worthy of Nest. Let's check out this back wall. Again, we're expecting some combination of Shaak Ti, HK-47. Alright, there's Shaak Ti. Jango is on the list. Hux is there. See what I mean? And crew. This is what I planned for, more or less. Very soft defense, which is why I beefed up mine. And why we are going to go for solos and the like. Actually, I think... Let me take out the big guns, and then we'll figure out what we can solo. Alright, Jango will need a good team. HK we might respect, but that's pretty weak. Palp up top is definitely going to take a good team. But there's a number of solos we can do here. Let's get to work. Let's do JML. Actually, you know what? JMK. Wait, I thought I had a Ahsoka. Did I have a Ahsoka earlier? No, that was... Did I use Ahsoka? I have no memories anymore. Yeah, Ahsoka's there. Okay. No, I could have done Padme too. Padme with some nonsense up against those Ewoks. That would have been a good call. Get rid of Vader. Boom. Alright, let's just auto from here. Because with how much my opponent has saved for offense, he could one-shot everything if he deploys it all efficiently. So this could come down to banners. So I want to do as many solos as I can to give myself that advantage. He's not going to do that many solos. He's not that kind of player from his Grand Arena history. do Malak here. For our first solo. Okay. Can we do healing immunity? Tenacity's fine. Let's just get rid of Qira. Alright, Nest is down. I really should save Malak for offense more often. There's one. I was gonna Wampa Mon Mothma. Probably still our best call. See how many of these we can do. We'll be back in the old Grand Arena days. I think my max was like 7 solos. Okay. I feel like she's getting a whole lot more of the potency ups than she usually does without Katarn. What's triggering that? If this continues, I'm more likely to win by the damage stacking to the point where Mon Mothma goes down from AoEs. Yeah, I'm just gonna auto. I don't know why she keeps getting potency up. My AoE. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't remember what does it. It's interesting though. You see how much protection we got through from that last AoE. It looks like a timing thing. soon, probably next time. So I'm still trying to find a new show. I gave Ash versus the Evil Dead a shot. It's not bad, but it's like leaving me dead inside. Finally. It's just like, I don't know. It's like it's all very well made. It's kind of exactly what you want, and I'm not enjoying it. I did finish Schitt's Creek. That was fantastic. Poggle is where we're going to use Nest. We're going to still do that. I need to add a relic level to Nest, at least one. Alright, third solo. Stays. Go down. Okay. Dispel action. Almost. Beautiful. Alright. So that's 3, right? Wampa, Nest, and Malak. I'm gonna do something with JML up against Sidious, maybe even JML solo. I don't think there's any reason why they should be able to beat JML. Jedi Knight Luke. Let's do Maul? Let's see if we did Maul. I'm a little worried about this. Let's just do it. They get speed boost from Jango lead. They're all really high relic levels. But the damage should move around. They can't ignore taunts though. Alright, so we do our AoE, we trigger the frenzy. Let's get our stacks up. Trigger the second. Alright, we're good at this point. This guy has good mods on his top characters, but it seems like I'm noticing where the weaknesses in his mod depth lies. So the room for our additional solos are JML, JKL, who else is a solo artist? Fennec. I think Fennec could take out Hux. Maybe. Like that, I guess. That's what we did last round. No, GK. Yeah, because we saved GK from JMK this time. Yeah, fine. Dispel. Spell on 5s. Guess we got Kenobi coming this week, which is nice. I did not get as far in Rebels as I was planning on. I'll probably return to that, maybe even tonight. I'm in season 2 somewhere. I'm not getting the courage. I'm gonna save that. I need to speed this up. No! Go down, Shaak. Come on. Please. Take her out. She's a nuisance. No. Now. Alright. Now we can just work on 5s until he's gone. So we have 2 potential solos left. Jango I took from myself. No, Fennec's a potential. I'm gonna give Fennec a shot. I can see this not working out for me though. There's plenty of reason why this won't work. I just want it to work. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. No. Higher relics, I can see it working. I want to get rid of Executioner. Okay. We might be fine. Alright. We're good. That should be it. Alright, so that's 4, I think? 4 solos. 5 solos. This is an easy one. This one works at relics. This is gonna just crush this. Okay. Now expect JML is going to work too. So Jeezy here, he's got a good roster. He just saved way too much for offense. Like, basically everything was saved for offense, except for, like, Palpatine and Vader. Which I'd rather... Well, Vader, at least, I'd rather use on offense. Alright, I'm going to try this. This should just crush... So this number 6. Hopefully this takes down Talon right away. Yep. I'm going to increase cooldowns. That way he can't do his big hit, so we didn't even need to wonder about it. Alright, 6. I think I can squeak out another. One more. I lost track of wanting to test out Inquisitors and Sortie, but I think going for solos is more fun. There's a decent amount of damage there. There's an annoying taunt. Kylo. That's the other thing, is Old Republic I was expecting, but they weren't there. So we're missing out on one solo I was hoping for. It looks like he finally learned his lesson to not use Old Republic anymore and give away those solos. He's got the Zeta on IG-88, so that means if I have target lock, I'm not going to get buffs? Or is that IPD? Or I don't heal if I have target lock. I forget who's who. I'm just wondering if Kylo could somehow still do it. I don't think it's possible. I think we just do troopers and be done with it. Pretty good. Yeah, fear. Alright, let's just auto. Yeah. We've autoed a lot this match. This is been a good... It's been one where we can just disengage. It's been a fairly soft defensive strategy. And I get it, is the all-out offense is a legitimate strategy, but I don't know if I like it as much in 3v3. And it allowed me too many solos. Like, if you want to go all out on offense, I don't think there should be as many of these teams that have weak or poor synergy, because that created way too many options for me to solo, which makes that all-out offense strategy even harder, because you're not going to, up against like my defense, he's not going to have the options to solo like I did. And this time I need to not forget about the Ebon Hawk like I did last round. It was a big mistake. Okay. Should have done that on Razor Crest. I don't know why I did that. Oh, double tap, another double tap, perfect. He marked me, that's not good. This is actually kind of bad, kind of really bad. We're gonna lose Razor Crest, but if we can last long enough to get the payout. That's not gonna work. Not quite. I wish I knew where I was at. I kind of wanted... We'll just do the taunt. But if I'm one away, we wouldn't have needed it. Yeah, we were one away. We could have basicked. This will be Slave 1. We did not get the buff immunity. We should still be fine. Okay. That should be it. Malevolence counter. This, though, there's... I feel like I might need to R-rate my Grievous. Drop all these. Fine. A little quick for that. Alright, that's the most important piece. Don't care. Oh, that's not even there. Let's not avoid any retribution. Bad. This is bad. Come on, give me my ultimate. We're right there. There we go. One of the longer ones we've had in a while. Now this one I'm hoping we can do in one, but it's probably going to take two. I wonder if I should do the Raddus. Because I think if I do the finalizer, he gets the ultimate off first. And I think I have the better Raddus. I have a better Rose. Let's check out his Poe. I've got a better Poe. I think I'm doing the Raddus. I've got the better Finn. And I bet I got the better Holdo. Yeah, I got the better Holdo. We're doing Raddus Mirror. I'm getting that ultimate off. We're going to bring in Sergeant. Lando. All right. Although I do feel like I'm not playing either the TIE Echelon or the MG100 correctly. So we get turn meter, foresight, call assist. Alright, let's get everyone to assist and pound through this quick. Daze and remove that stuff, remove the buffs. Come on. So close. This should blow them up. And this, I say this all the time, but don't put the Sith fighter on your reinforcements. It's priority reinforcement. It's going to mess up your plans. I think I can do this without the ultimate. Yeah, we're doing this without the ultimate. Is that even a banner difference? I don't think it is. Okay. I think we one-shot everything, right? We basically crushed this. We did 6 solos. My opponent is going to have a tough time beating that. I'm wondering if I could have found a way to get Kylo done. If there's like another team that we could have done a Kylo solo on. I don't think there is, but it would have been nice. Or if I would have held back, if I would have done like Jango up against these Ewoks, maybe we could have got a 7th. Going to wrap up with a quick recap of the final round now that my opponent has attacked. It is a win. All of those solos ends up being the difference. 2043 to 2031. Really close match. I'm going to be very interested to see what he ended up using. But the weaker defense allowed me to really exploit what he set down with all of those solos, and what I set down probably forced him into far more full squad matchups and probably a few lower banner matchups than I had to deal with. So that will wrap it up there. Really happy to finish this week 2-1. That midweek loss was a little frustrating, but finish strong. Thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone, and as always, be excellent to each other.